What I want you to keep in mind during this webinar and in all of the webinars that we have in this entire series is that I'm going to talk a lot about estrogen and how the loss of estrogen is causing this entire cascade of symptoms that we're having. And it is not a push for you to go on estrogen replacement therapy. That is a very personal choice, but the fact that during menopause we lose estrogen is something that we cannot ignore. Estrogen is anti-inflammatory for us, and once we lose it, it causes a lot of problems. So what this whole webinar series is focused on, how do you negate the problems that that loss of estrogen causes? How do you keep your health as optimal as you want it without estrogen? I never want you to think that I'm pushing one avenue. This is a holistic look at the entire body. Estrogen is part of the story, but there is so much more. All right, so these are the numbers that we don't hear as women. That 200 million women are affected worldwide, and that 1 out of 2 postmenopausal women will develop osteoporosis. And we always kind of like to think that that other one is not us, because I know that that was definitely me. During the 12 months of menopause, up to 20% of your bone density can be lost during that 12-month period. And that is a massive amount. And the fact that a hip fracture at any point in your life carries a 1-year mortality rate exceeding 20%. 1 out of every 5 women who fractures their hip, like just think you slip on the ice. We had a massive ice storm this winter here in the Southeast. If you slipped and fell and broke your hip and you were postmenopausal, you had a 20% chance of dying in a year. And that's a really scary statistic. I wanted to really dive into, how do we change that? Because I don't feel like that is being told enough, that we don't understand enough about what's happening in our own bodies. And so that's, but this one in particular about bones. And so 54% of postmenopausal women are osteopenic, and then another 30% are already osteoporotic. And so osteopenia, if you're a little unfamiliar with the terminology, is where your bones are less dense than what is considered healthy. And then osteoporotic is where your bones are so porous that they are likely to fracture.